look for the tools that you can leverage to win. Artificial intelligence, leverage it to your advantage. I like to look at, all right, what are the things in my business that you need help in, that if you did more of, you would win more. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, like, oh, I don't have a budget to spend $10,000 to $30,000 on a copywriter. Now you just say, all I need is to turn whatever AI tool that I'm using into that ideal team member and tell them what the mission is, train them properly, and they can write it for me.
This tool that I'm literally paying $20 a month for gave me that push that I needed to just get out of that funk and just go out and be the amazing person that I know I can be.
I always tell people, if you want to level up in every aspect of your life and solve your problems quicker, faster, and cheaper, then...
Welcome to another episode of Access Granted, where I give you exclusive access to entrepreneurs that are killing it in their industry. Today, we have something special for you. You guys asked me to bring round 2 of the AI and grants. So I have the queen of AI back for another amazing episode. I told you last time, that was my favorite episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for just showing up again and being ready to just add
ready.
value. I know it.
I'm
I know
ready.
It. When we dropped that episode, there were a couple of people in the comments that were saying, and I'm just going to get straight to it, that you can't get grants with AI. And since that last episode, we had Mr. Melvin. He got approved for $80,135 in grants using and leveraging AI. And Mr. Merriweather, who had never wrote a grant before in his life, got approved for a $5,000 grant. So just the gems and the information that we shared together, grants and AI, we've been able to help entrepreneurs get the funding they need to elevate and grow their business.
I love
it.
So
I just want to say thank you for just bringing in so much value and information. What's your take on the person that's in the comments that was in our last episode and they said, you can't win grants when it comes to AI? What do you think about that?
Right. I mean, AI is a tool. So it's about having the knowledge. You teach everybody about how to win, right? When it comes to finding grants, getting grants. But what if you had a tool that could help you when it comes to writing grants, even evaluating what you've written and helping you to search for grants? And that's what artificial intelligence is. We're talking about the tools that can help you. So it's just like saying, you know what? A washing machine can't help me to wash my clothes. It's a tool that can help you to wash your clothes. We're just talking about a tool that can help you. And what I always tell people is, like, look for the tools that you can leverage to win. Artificial intelligence, leverage it to your advantage to win grants.
So with this tool that we are using, if I'm watching this and I didn't really catch up on the first episode, which you should have, you definitely want to go back and watch it. But what is this tool? How do I get started with it? And how can it help me in my business?
Sure. So there's quite a few tools that you can use for content creation and different things to help you in your business. But ChatGPT is one of the most popular AI, especially content creation tools and image generation tools. So I always tell people to start with ChatGPT, just at chatgpt.com. And how it can help you in your business is in so many different ways. It can be your brainstorming partner, your business coach. It can be your content creator. It could help you just even looking at it in the grant writing process, helping you to see, is what I wrote going to win? There's so many ways that it can help you. But if you think of it, again, as, all right, I need something that I can leverage to help me do all these different things in my business, that's where it comes in. You need help in marketing? There's an AI tool that can help you do that. You need help in creating video? There's an AI tool that can help you do that. You need help in content creation? AI tool that can help you do that. So I like to look at, all right, what are the things in my business, your business, that you need help in, that if you did more of, you would win more, right? And so if you produced more content for social media, you'd have a larger audience, you would sell more. So what are the things that you need to do? And then you say, okay, artificial intelligence can help me do that. Now I need to hone into what tool can help me, and then learn a little bit, and then jump right in and see how I'm gonna use it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I could use this tool to help me in my business and in my journey, but it actually allows me to delegate tasks. So if I wake up in the morning and there's 15 things that I have to do to run and navigate my business, I could delegate this task to almost like having an employee in your business that can service and do that task for you.
Absolutely.
Allowing you to free up time and actually be the face of the brand.
That's right. And there's so many of us entrepreneurs that spend so much time doing tasks that AI could do for us. And then you think, if I could just take 2 hours every day off my plate from answering emails, from writing that press release, whatever it is that you need to do, so that I can spend that time doing higher value things in my business. What would that mean to my business? And this is where we can scale and grow so much faster, when we start to integrate. And that's what it's really about, the integration of the tools into our business and how we use them, that we really start to see time being used differently. It's about leveraging artificial intelligence to be more efficient, more productive, get back your time, and to do things that sometimes you didn't even want to do in the past because it either took too many resources, you didn't have that person on your team. But today you can tell ChatGPT, act as my social media content creator and create an Instagram campaign for my brand. And I want you to create the content for it, the images for it, tell me what hashtags to use, write the captions, boom, you can get it all done.
What I love about it the most is there's no age limit on
There
the
is no
person
age
that could use this. And people, when they think of technology and where it's going, they're afraid or they're intimidated. I have an aunt that's in her 60s, and she was in a space where she felt like there was nothing for her, and she decided that she wanted to put out an ebook where she talked about her grief and losing her kids and losing her siblings and her spouse. And she used AI to make it happen.
Right.
And then she's using AI to do her social media content because she's not the strongest with social media and branding. And I hear her in there talking to it and fussing at it like it's one of her best friends or one of her kids. Yeah. And so it sits with me because I know her story and I know how passionate she is about getting her story out. But she didn't really know how. And she used this tool to make it happen. So being in her 60s and being able to use technology as a tool to help her get to the next level and share her story has been so powerful to me.
I love that.
I think to the person, there's so many people watching this and they're afraid of AI. They're intimidated by it. But I think one of the key things that I learned from you is that you actually have to get personal with it.
You do.
You have to teach it and you have to educate it. If I am just getting started with AI, what are some things that I can do to train my AI so that it sits with me, and it can help me on my journey?
Sure. So the first thing you have to do is AI has to get to know you. So if we use ChatGPT as an example, if you just go to ChatGPT and start typing in, I need this from you, I need this from you, ChatGPT is going to give you everything that you ask for, but not the best results because it doesn't even know who you are. Right? Imagine me sitting across a table from a ghostwriter and I'm like, I need you to write a book for me. And then I need you to write all my blog posts and social media content. And the ghostwriter is like, I don't even know who you are. I don't know what your style is. Like, first you have to stop and tell me something about yourself. So with ChatGPT, it's about training it and giving it as much information about you as you can. So for me, when I started off with ChatGPT, I'm a trainer and a speaker. So I gave it different episodes of my training. So here are transcripts of trainings that I've done. Here's things that I've written. Here's my bio. Here's my LinkedIn profile. Here's a link to my Instagram. And it can take all of that and process who I am. It will say, this is your tone and style. This is what you like to do, better than I could say it for myself, right? It's always complimentary too, so it's nice too. It says very nice things about you and your tone and style. But now you're like, okay, since you know about me, now write an article for me. And write it in my tone and style. And now when it writes that article, you look at it and you're like, this is better than what I would have done, but it sounds exactly like me. That's what I would say. And you start to wonder, how is it incorporating that story in the article that I wrote? It's because you gave it that story. So the more that you give it, the better outcome. We always say garbage in, garbage out. So make sure that you're giving quality information to ChatGPT or any AI tool that you're using to get the quality content back from it. Quality in, quality out. And so everything that you think about doing now as we get into grant writing, right? So how is ChatGPT supposed to help you with writing your mission and your vision for your business and helping you write your business plan if you don't tell it what your goals are for your nonprofit or for your business, what type of grants you want to seek? The more information you give it, the better the results will be. Imagine if you just say, write a grant for me. I'm applying for this grant. Write the grant for me. It's going to write the answers for you or write a proposal for you, but it won't be as good as if you train it on who you are, what your mission and values are, and that sort of thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I have a community where I teach entrepreneurs how to get funding for their business.
And by the way, I know because I'm in your
Yes,
community.
you are. Thank you.
Yes. Great community, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Well, in the community, you guys get access to an AI tool.
Right.
And most people think it's just a general AI. But what we've done with this tool is we have plugged it in with my podcast episodes,
Correct.
with webinars and seminars and ebooks. So when you go to it and you go in and you try to write and apply for grants, it acts as if it's a grant writer, a certified grant writer that's
with all your knowledge.
With all of my knowledge and information, that's got years of experience and millions of dollars in funding.
Right.
So people think, I can just go do this with a regular ChatGPT. Eventually, once you train it and educate it, possibly you could get there. But this tool is already plugged in to help you get funding. So it's saving you thousands of dollars when it comes to a grant writer.
Right.
And I think that's why a lot of grant writers are not, they're frowned upon AI and ChatGPT because it does the work for you.
And some of them feel like it's threatening their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a grant writer, you just say, well, I better just go all in on AI and figure out how to write better grants for my clients using artificial intelligence so that I can write more and they win more, and then put just what you've done, put my frameworks and stuff into AI. So the AI that you've built for your community means that you can be asleep and I can be talking to AI Coach K and getting your knowledge and information so that I can apply for grants. So when that is in a community, it's good for your community members and it's also good for you. So I always tell people who are building a brand, do the exact same thing that you've done. Build your AI self for your community and you'll see your customer service shrinks. People aren't going to ask you the questions when they can go to your AI to ask the AI the questions and get instant results. They don't have to wait on you to respond back. They just asked AI Coach K and got an instant answer. So that's you leveraging artificial intelligence for the benefit of your community and your community using it to make sure that they're winning.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is
Good
amazing.
job.
Thank you. Listen, all the gems and nuggets that you give me, I promise you, I take them and I use them and I apply them. So you do something amazing, and I love this. You are teaching entrepreneurs how to, not just entrepreneurs, but people, how to really use this tool.
Absolutely.
And how to use it in their everyday lives and in their business. And you have this amazing tour where you go around to different cities and you are hands-on, laptop, just all in, teaching this information. What's the importance of me learning how to use AI, and how do I connect with you so that I can be a part of this tour?
Yeah, definitely. So it's called the AI Impact Tour, just at AIimpacttour.com. And we do travel around city to city teaching people how to leverage it by teaching them with demonstrations. So we always tell people, bring your laptop to the session, and then we say, put this prompt into ChatGPT, let's see what comes back. So when people actually see how they can use it, they're like, yes, this is what I needed. So when people come to our workshop, people cry, they laugh because they're getting breakthroughs with artificial intelligence. Sometimes people do have a fear of using it, and the fear can definitely be justified. Turn on the TV, watch a movie. There's talk about the harms of AI. But what entrepreneurs need to think about is, all right, yes, there's some harms of AI. Yes, all of that. But today, how can I use AI to grow my business?
That's amazing.
That's what you need to think about today. Today, how can I use AI to get more clients, to build my brand, to show more authority in my industry? And so that's what I always tell them. So AIimpacttour.com is a great place to go to join the tour, get on and come to an event. We do them all the time, all over.
And live demos.
And live demos. People bring their laptops, so it's workshop style.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Love that. I would like to do a live demo,
Sure.
if that's okay.
Yeah, let's
Can
do
we
it.
share with the audience? So I want to share your screen, and I want to share with the audience. And I just want to really show them the power of AI.
Sure.
And how AI can truly help them apply for grants and write for grants. And be like Mr. Merriweather, who got approved for his first $5,000, or Mr. Melvin, who got approved for $80,000. And so I just want to do a live demo. Is that okay?
Let's do a live demo.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
So with this live demo, one of the things that I would love to do, so I have ChatGPT open right now, is first walk everybody through on their ChatGPT settings, because a lot of entrepreneurs when they're ready to apply for a grant. They're like, but I'm scared to share my information with ChatGPT. So the first thing is, and you can just sign up for a free ChatGPT account at chatgpt.com, is let's go into your settings. So if you click on settings here, in your settings, there's something called data controls. And when you click on data controls, the first, you see this right here, the first thing, it says improve the model for everyone. Now, when you turn this off, and you can see mine is turned off on my screen, it says that the content that you're using with ChatGPT cannot be used to train their models. So when it's turned on, which everybody is defaulted to on, when it's turned on, it just means that if I'm having a conversation about applying for this grant, my information could be used to train the model. So turn it off, and this is where you have more data privacy and security. And this is on a free account or a paid account, so this is the first thing that everybody needs to do. And the second thing is go to the security settings, and because this tool is going to be amazing for you and you're using it for all your stuff, you want to make sure it's secure. So set up your multi-factor authentication. So on multi-factor authentication, click the button to enable it, and this sets up two-factor authentication. So, a bad person can't try to get into your account, right?
Okay.
Your ChatGPT account. And then last but not least, click on personalization. And there's two things in here. The first is custom instructions. So in custom instructions, ChatGPT is asking you about yourself and what you do. So it's like, what should ChatGPT call you? What do you do? But where it says what trait should ChatGPT have, this is where you're going to put in your unique tone and style, right? And all you have to do is ask ChatGPT for your tone and style. Mm-hmm. Upload some content into ChatGPT and say, define my tone and style. Put it in the first person, and boom, you put it right here in this section, okay?
Good.
And then the last thing, it says anything else ChatGPT should know about you, put your best bio, especially all of your accomplishments. Because as you're applying for grants, it will take this information here and tie it into the application. So this is what should ChatGPT know about you. Any awards that you've won, all that stuff, put it there and click save. When you have enable for new chats, every time you open up a ChatGPT account, it's going to write in your tone and style for you as you every single time. So now that we've got those settings aside, I would say the last thing is memory. So in memory, as you're working through these grants and creating content, ChatGPT can remember things that you've done in the past, and you can recall it. So if you've worked on a grant application last month and you want to recall it, you can go to ChatGPT and say, do you remember that grant, the Coach K Legacy grant that we worked on last month? What did we finally do with it? And it will recap everything that you did. And you can say, great, because I want to apply again this month, but I want to change this up just a little bit. So that's so vital. It's even better than like searching ChatGPT because you can recall different things. Okay, so now that we're in ChatGPT, let's say that we want to apply for your legacy grant, which is at thelegacygrant.com. Am I right? Thelegacygrant.com. So go to thelegacygrant.com. And this is your page that has all the information on the legacy grant. And this is just page 1 of the legacy grant, right? Mm-hmm. So here we go with page 1 of the legacy grant. And here is the big question. It's, what will you use this grant for? And now I'm like, oh, how am I going to answer this question to win? So this is where ChatGPT comes in useful on something like the legacy grant. It's like, how are we going to answer the question to win? So the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to come back to the legacy grant page, but I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask ChatGPT about you. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, do you know who Coach K is?
This is good.
She's the amazing lady that teaches about grant writing and winning grants. Now, I have all sorts of typos. We just leave the typos. But before we go there, there's different models that we can use in ChatGPT for the fastest response. And this changes all the time. So as of this recording, right, as of this podcast, 4.0 is great for fast tasks. And all I really need is a fast task on this. But if I really wanted to do a deep dive into who you were, I would pick 0.3 Pro, and then I would click here, deep research. And it's going to run a really deep dive on the web about who you are and information on you. Okay? Now, that's going to take some time. So if you're in a rush for just some quick answers, we're just going to use 4.0. But I'm going to encourage people in their time, use 0.3 Pro or use 0.3 and then run deep research. So now let's have ChatGPT answer this question about who Coach K is. So,
wow.
So it's coming back with information on who Coach K is, and let me go back. So I pulled it up here before, and so I asked the question already here, and so as you can see, it's pulled up who Coach K is. So look at this right here. It's pulling up the checks that you gave on stage, your different things here, the funding blueprint. And so it says, hey, so you're curious about the grant queen they call Coach K. Let's break down exactly who she is, why everyone in the funding space keeps name dropping her. What? And how you can plug into her ecosystem if grants are on your radar. So the woman behind the scenes, the social proof and reach, the flagship programs, right, that she has here, her secret sauce. I love that, right? And so it's talking about what you're doing with AI right now. And then how to get on her radar. This is what I really need to know. How do I get you to pay attention to me so that as I apply for the grant, you already know who I am, right? So follow and observe her. DM the keywords that triggers her many chat flow with the greatest grant list.
This is insane.
Block out time for her free webinar. Join her business and grant community, which I'm in, and it's amazing. Apply for her legacy grant. Even if you don't win, the app forces you to clarify your funding story, and that copy can be recycled for other grants. And then why you should care, right? Different things. So it says, if grant funding is on your 2025 to-do list, Coach K is a name worth bookmarking. Dive into her free content first. Decide whether her paid ecosystem fits your learning style, and then start stacking those approvals.
Let's go. I love it.
So now I'm going to say, I would like to apply for her legacy grant. And I need to win. You're going to have so many people applying for the legacy grant
I
now,
love it.
right? And I need to win. So I'm going to now tell it, I will give you the questions I need to answer. So I'm going to go back to your website here. And I really want to take this whole page and give it to ChatGPT. So there's different ways that people do a page screenshot. I use a tool called Go Full Page. It's just a Chrome extension, just how it sounds. Go Full Page.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into my Chrome extension, Go Full Page, and see how it's just taking a screenshot of the entire page. Mm-hmm. So now I can download this as a PDF, and then I can go back to ChatGPT and upload the page, right? So I'm going to go here, go into my downloads from today, or I can simply, let me just drag and drop it here. And then now I have the screen capture so that it has the information on your legacy grant.
Wow.
So if there's like a really long grant application for people, they're like, oh, I got to copy and paste each question. No, they can just screenshot it and upload it to ChatGPT or whatever tool they're using. We're using ChatGPT here. They can use Claude, Perplexity, Copilot, that sort of thing. So now it's going to do a deep dive, look at everything that's on here, and then it's going to help me to answer those questions. Or I could simply look at the one question, the rest I can handle. But this question is going to be the hardest for me. So I'm like, okay, how can I answer this question? And I can simply go to ChatGPT. So right now it's doing a deep dive, and I'm going to stop this deep dive just to ask the question. But I can simply say, I need to answer this question. I need to answer this question. Tell me how, or I'll ask it to answer it. Tell me how to answer it in a way that when she reads it,
they're going to make me hard to pick a winner.
I know.
I'm not going to be able to just pick one.
I know. When she reads it, Coach K can't say no to me. Right? And then I'm going to say, here is the question. So what I'm actually asking ChatGPT to do is to tie it to things that are important to you, right? And so if you want to say that, we could ask that in. So tying it into things that are important to her. Important to her. All right. And so I'm using Grammarly to help me with my typos. But all right, here we go. And so now I'm going to press up on that right there. And so I'm using 03 right now, which is going to be a little bit slower at pulling together an answer. But the answer that's going to come is going to give me an answer that really ties in things that you care about so that I can win in answering that question.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so this is the process that people need to go to when applying for a grant. So because my ChatGPT is set up, remember I showed the custom instructions and it had my tone and style, it's going to be writing in a way that you will not know that I'm using AI to write it because it's in my tone and style. It's going to sound exactly like me. You will have no idea that I use ChatGPT to write it. It's not going to have that generic robotic writing.
This is
Do you know
amazing.
what I mean?
Yeah. So it's all about training it.
Training
right?
it.
The education piece, allowing this tool to get to know you.
Correct.
And then using the tool to go
Correct.
after the funding opportunities for your business.
Correct. And we started it off in the training. It's trained on who we are. Like mine is trained on who I am now. But we also had to train it on who you are and the grant that we're applying for. So whatever grant you're applying for, start off by asking it, do you know this grant? And do you know who funds it? And when you see, look at all this that it knows about you. When I see that it knows all of this about you, I feel confident that it can be my partner in helping me to apply for the grant because it already knows who you are.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's the second part of training it. So training it to write for you and then also training it to win when it comes to that grant. Because a lot of times people will ask, help me respond to these questions for a grant, but you haven't given it the foundation of what grant are we applying for? And so ChatGPT can say, well, this is the things that are important to those people in the grant process, and this is what I need to do and to tie in. So a good example of this is my sister and I won a pitch competition.
Okay.
And we won $10,000, and it was our first ever pitch competition. So when we went into the pitch competition, we worked with ChatGPT and said, all right, we're going to enter the pitch competition. Here's the tool that we're pitching. Here's the organization. We'll be on stage in front of them. Who are likely to be the judges of the pitch competition? And it said either the board members or the founder. And there were 2 founders and 1 board member. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it knew it. And then ChatGPT said, here are 10 questions that they're likely to ask you in the pitch competition according to their missions and their vision and their values and past events that they've done, boom, 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 and what the board cares about and what the founding members care about. It gave us 10 questions. They asked us 7 out of those 10 questions. Crazy.
Wow.
And the last 3 questions that they asked were just kind of a combination of, what ChatGPT had told us. But yeah, we won the pitch competition, number 1.
Okay, congratulations.
And so we said, ChatGPT for the win. But had we just said, help us prepare for a pitch competition, it would have done it. But we gave it so much information on the organization and worked through a process to make sure that the end result was that we were going to win the pitch competition. And then we asked ChatGPT to drill down and ask us questions as if you're the judges, and then we answered it. And then we asked ChatGPT to grade our answers as if they were a judge or a founding member.
Oh, that's
amazing. So then it was like, that answer is a B-. And then it gave us a justification. So if you asked it for a justification, the answer is a B-. Here's why. And then I said, can I have an opportunity to re-answer? ChatGPT said yes. You re-answered, and it said, now you're at an A+. So it's a practice tool as well. People could use this for their job interviews. Like, act as my job interviewing. Like you're the person that's going to interview me for the job. Ask me a question. I'm going to answer it, and then grade me on the answer and give me the justification.
Wow.
And then boom, boom, boom. And if you know who's going to be interviewing you, you give it that information. This is the person that's going to be interviewing me. Here's their LinkedIn profile. So it can go and scour LinkedIn about what they care about, their past experience, their posts that they've made recently, so that you can win the interview.
That's amazing. That is next level. I tell people in my community, to train it as if you're training an employee.
That's
like
right.
When you hire a new employee, you don't just say, hey, go do the job
Go
and
work.
be great, right?
Right.
You give it systems, you give
That's
it
right.
operations, you
That's
tell it
right.
exactly what to do. So this is an employee that you can hire in your business
It is.
for less than $20 or for $20 a month.
For $20 a
right.
month, yeah.
And you are actually doing that. You have your customer service.
We do.
You have a lot in your, talk about that.
Yeah. So in our business, we really look at, all right, so we have our different departments and we have, different people that have different roles. But as we're growing and expanding, you're like, oh, I wish I had a copywriter to write all of our copy for our sales pages. Well, now you don't have to wish anymore. You just create an AI agent for your business that acts as a copywriter.
Wow.
So our copywriter for our business is AI, but we give them personas. He's trained on all of our content, what our business is, all of our business content. So I could go to him at any time and say, all right, we're about to do the AI Impact Tour in Atlanta. I need you to write some fresh copy that's really compelling, talks about Atlanta. Here's the date. It will produce everything because it already knows all the information about our business and then the copywriting styles that I like. So we have hired copywriters and we spend $10,000 plus on a copywriter to write your sales page, landing page copy. But now the $20 a month we spend on ChatGPT, and anyone on my team can go to that AI agent and say, it's time to write some copy for this event, and boom, the copy is written. And that's where the power really comes in. Because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we're like, oh, I don't have a budget to spend $10,000 to $30,000 on a copywriter. I don't have a budget to spend on a ghostwriter to write my next book, even though I need it for credibility, even though I need it to get on stages. Now you just say, all I need is to turn whatever AI tool that I'm using into that ideal employee, like you said, that ideal team member, and tell them what the mission is, train them properly, and they can write it for me.
We have someone in our inner circle, Miss Kenya. She's named his name is Lex.
Lex.
I know Lex like it's her son,
That's
right? And when we talk, I'm usually like, hey, how's Lex? Right? That's
Right.
how comfortable she's got with Lex. And she's learned this over just a short period of time. But she's also a minister. And Lex has helped her write sermons.
Yes.
It's helped her plan parties and events,
Yes.
community events.
Right.
It's so powerful.
So powerful.
And if people would just take time to learn this tool, because it's not going anywhere.
That's
it's
right.
getting better,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
And if you take time now to learn this and incorporate it in not just your business, but your life, it really can elevate you and help you go to the next level.
Elevate you in every aspect of your life. Everything that we're doing, the experience can be better for yourself and for your community or for your family as you integrate AI. And some people still don't believe, but it's because they haven't tested it yet. They haven't actually dug in. They haven't opened their laptop and said, all right, let me just try to plan an event with it. So when I'm planning my events, this podcast interview right here, do you think that I spent, 10 hours researching Coach K and everything, or I went to ChatGPT and said, tell me everything that you know about her, what does she care about, her top interviews, the topics she cares about, and I'm using AI to really help me so that with this interview that I'm winning with you because I've spent enough time with AI learning who you are. But I can take a 10-hour process now down to 20 minutes and then read the summary. And then it gave me 4 videos on you. Click on those videos really quickly so I can get up to speed. So now people who said, well, I don't know if I can do that podcast interview. I'm nervous about it. And, no, you go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, I'm nervous about this podcast interview. What questions might she ask me? Could you act as her and practice with me in a podcast interview? ChatGPT can act as Coach K and ask me podcast interview questions, hypothetical questions to help me prepare for this. So we just need to think about what tools we can use, when we can use them, and then play around with it. Build a relationship with the tool so that you can use it.
This is so good. I mean, this is still my favorite episode, right? So full transparency, I'm human, right? I had a day a couple of weeks ago where I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, I just want to lay in bad. You
Right.
know, that
We all
entrepreneurship just
have
got the
that.
best of me. And I went to AI. I'm like, hey, I'm just having a day. I need some motivation. What can I do to get out of this mood that I'm in?
Right.
And it gave me a list of things to do. One of them was just get outside and get some fresh air,
Okay,
right?
good.
But it gave me a list of things to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if this works. So I just went through and I'm like, okay, this is working, right? I just needed a little push and I needed a little motivation. And this tool that I'm literally paying $20 a month for gave me that push that I needed to just get out of that funk and just go out and be the amazing person that I know I can be. But just as a human, right? I just had a moment and I just needed something to just get me out of that funk. And it was this tool.
It's why I tell people to put the tool in your pocket, put it on your phone. I'm assuming you use it on your phone for this example, right? Put the apps on your phone and use them when you're in a time when you don't feel good or you're confused on something or you're not sure how something works, you know? And it helps you so much. I was at home the other day and it's getting hot here in Atlanta and my AC just wasn't keeping up. But I had this like little message on the AC. I didn't know what it meant. Took a picture of it and gave it to ChatGPT. And I'm like, my AC isn't cooling and it's got this message on it. And it said, you know, go to the menu, probably scroll over 3. It actually knew the thermometer system and everything. And I did it. And then I took another picture and it said, you need to call the AC repair guy because this isn't something that you could fix right away.
Wow.
So I called them. They were there yesterday and they fixed it. And I told him what the error message said, and the guy laughed and he was like, "Okay, lady." And that's exactly what was wrong. He had to replace a part and he was out of there. So I'm like, I use ChatGPT. I didn't tell him that, but I was like, I use ChatGPT to solve my problems. What problem do I have? I have ChatGPT in my pocket to solve my problems. And you're using it in so many different aspects of your life. So I always tell people, if you want to, you know, level up in every aspect of your life and solve your problems quicker, faster, and cheaper, then put AI in your pocket. And what you did was a really good example.
Oh, that's amazing. This is so powerful. It's so powerful because I see the impact that it's making in lives. Like I see people changing. I see people actually using this tool and incorporating this tool, and they're, you know, scaling their business and firing their boss and really taking their dreams to the next level. And of course, a lot of it has to do with them truly believing in them, but it's taking this tool, applying this tool and going to the next level.
And right now is the best time to get in on AI. Right now, like this is the hottest thing right now. Get in on it. Not just to be well-versed in AI, but for whatever you're doing to help you win. So let's go back to the computer real quick and look at the answer to the question. So I said, tell me how to answer it. So it says, all right, here is what's going to hook her. Start with one sentence promise that mirrors her mission. And so it's telling me what your mission is here, right? Show a laser focused 3-point spend plan. So how am I going to spend the money? I'm going to spend it on AI tools. Do you care about how I'm going to spend the money?
I absolutely do. This is, you win.
Give me a high five for that. So I'm going to spend this $1,000. It says break down the full $1,000 so she sees you've already mapped out every dollar to high leverage tasks.
This is perfect.
It is?
It's absolutely what
I'm
we're looking for.
I'm going to apply today.
It's what we are looking for. It's truly what we're looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
So now it says line item, AI tools, licenses, and prompts. So it's saying I need money for ChatGPT 4, Claude, Canva, Magic Design, and here will be the impact in my business if I have this. So the line item, the cost, and do you care about the impact in my business?
I absolutely do.
Yeah. And then so now I also want to pay it forward micro grants to award it to my top student submissions to see their first grant app. So, you know, taking your idea and now giving micro grants. And then it said add a timeline with receipts. It says Coach K loves accountability. Is that true?
I do.
Lay out the 60-day roadmap with checkpoints. Here's what I'm going to do in week 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and day 60. It says send her a metrics report and testimonial video so she can showcase the ripple effect.
These are things that I teach every Monday. Every Monday in my free webinar, I teach people to have a timeline, to have, you know, talk about your impact, to show grantors what you are going to use the funding for. Don't just say, hey, Coach K, I need $1,000. This is where this $1,000 is going to go, and this is how it's going to help me scale and grow my business. So this is perfect. And you did this just by educating it.
Yeah. And then it's like,
amazing.
explain how the $1,000 unlocks bigger money. So it's probably saying that you care about how this $1,000 will unlock bigger money, seal it with legacy and give back, tie into her it's not your fault empathy and her own legacy branding. And then, so, because I've trained it, it knows that I'm Caribbean and my parents are Caribbean immigrants. So here's my line. Growing up in a family of Caribbean immigrants, I watch Brilliant Ideas. So it's giving me exactly what I need to tell you, and then telling me to reference more of a personal story if I wanted, and then some optimal punchlines. I'll DM you a 30-second video recap so you can watch your dollars at work or this kind of thing, and then some drop-in paragraphs. And then here's what I love about it. At the end, it says, this application stresses using grants to empower your business, take the next step in your entrepreneurial journey. See about Coach K section 2. So it's giving me kind of a reference back, but she cares about empowering others, not just you. So I have to empower others. Shows precise, measurable next steps. Make sure that it reflects her AI and grants obsession. You're speaking her language. And then gives her social proof assets, video stats that she can brag about.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So
you win.
I win.
Yeah, we don't even have to do the legacy grant. No, we're going to do it every month, y'all, every month. But this is amazing. This is truly what we are looking for and what we encourage entrepreneurs to put on the application. You'll be surprised how many people we get that apply that only put one answer.
Right.
What are you going to use this grant for? I just need it.
You're like, you lose.
What are you going to use this grant for? Marketing, my business, things like that.
Right.
So when people actually use and leverage this tool the right way, they get an amazing response, and it truly outlines what we are looking for and who we are looking to fund and give the legacy grant to. So I appreciate you for sharing that.
And then the next thing I would say, okay, put this into a paragraph form so that I can submit it in the thing. So it's really educating me at the same time so that I'm not just applying and submitting something without knowing what I'm doing. So as long as I'm walking through what it's telling me, okay, so I understand Coach K loves accountability. It says it right there. So now I'm understanding what I need to do to win this grant. Now it's going to write it in a paragraph, and then I'm going to copy and paste that paragraph in there. But of course, we always, especially when applying for a grant, we always need to double check the content that we're putting in there, make sure that it really does align with what ChatGPT knows about us. And then you can ask it to improve. So after it writes the paragraph, say, integrate this story as well, or this, or ask ChatGPT, is there anything else you need to know from me to really make sure that I win? And it will ask you some questions, answer those questions, and it can integrate it even better to make sure that we win.
This is so powerful. If I am ready to learn more about more about AI, right? You learn more about grants from me, but more about AI and how to go to the next level. How can I connect with you so that I can be in your summit or your tour so that I can just really include AI in my business?
Sure. So I'm always doing AI events. As you can see, it's my obsession, right? So I love AI. So on social media, I'm very easy to find at Alicia Lyttle, especially on Instagram and on LinkedIn. But I also have a summit that I do. I used to do it once a year, but now I'm doing it almost every month. But it's the AI Marketing Summit 2025. So you can go to AIMarketingSummit2025.com. And it's completely free. It's me for 3 hours, just diving into how you can leverage artificial intelligence. I cover tools, and now that I'm doing it so often, it's like the latest and greatest. No summit is the same. It's the latest and greatest. AI is moving so quickly. It's, my job to keep up with everything that's going on. And then I bring it to people. I sit on Zoom for 3 hours and I'm like, let's go. Let me show you how to use artificial intelligence. So AI Marketing Summit 2025. Find me on social media, Alicia Lyttle, or my website, alicialyttle.com.
This has been amazing. I just want to thank you again for just dropping in, sharing gems, and sharing value. Again, this is probably my favorite episode. I said that the last time.
Okay.
If you haven't watched episode 1 with me and Alicia, please go back and watch that. But thank you again for being a part of Access Granted.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, and thank you for your community. I now know as a member that you have such an amazing community. I see everybody's testimonials in there all the time. It is so active. I don't know how you do it, but every time I look in the discussion, I'm like, she's posting again. She never sleeps. So you give so much to your people, and it is the best place to learn about grants. I'm learning so much from being in your community. So I encourage everybody, if you really want to get in on grants, Coach K is the woman. So
Oh,
thank you so much for all that you do for
I appreciate
entrepreneurs and nonprofits really looking to grow and scale with grants.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you guys, this has been another amazing episode of Access Granted. I know you found so much value in this, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with 3 other entrepreneurs who could use this information. Let's go.